Plymouth United and the Navy Inn met at Torbridge School for this intense Sunday morning battle in the middle of the table. With both teams not playing since before Christmas, no doubt players were lacking a lot of match fitness. Navy's Chris Acton had the first chance of the game for curling free kick, but unfortunately goalkeeper saw it happily go wide. After 10 minutes of the game, you could see which side had more fitness coming into this, and the Navian once again came close to a game that they were dominating. With the pressure mounting on Plymouth United, it wasn't long until we saw Navy Inn finally break the deadlock. With Phil White set through, he took a shot which deflected towards his strike partner Andrew Milne, who was able to deflect the ball in to 1-0 to the Navy Inn. Plymouth United did finally get their first chance, and the ball was crossed in to Chris Evans, who though blasted the ball a long way over the bar. Navy Inn once again had another chance. A loose ball fell to Mike Burke, whose driven shot went just wide of the far post.
I'll go for a flag. You don't have to go for a flag.
Not long after, Navy hit the post, a nice build up, but unfortunately he just couldn't put it in the back of the net. Against the run of play, the Navy were caught napping and Simon Lake went through on goal, but an equally good save from Simon May kept the score at 1-0 to Navy. After getting themselves back in the game, Plymouth United found themselves equalising through Steve Evans. A nice laid off by Lake, and Evans was there to slot the ball past the impressive May to make it 1-1. So new hope was bred into Plymouth United and they nearly took the lead, but unfortunately the striker just could not keep the ball down and it went blazing over the bar. A good ball from midfield played Phil White through, but an equally impressive challenge from the centre-back concedes the corner. Some sloppy defending from Plymouth United. The ball finally fell to the edge of the box for Darren Clark, who struck the ball with power and venom, and it went into the bottom corner to make it 2-1 to Navy Inn. Shortly after, the referee blew for half-time. It's Plymouth United 1, Navy Inn 2. It wasn't the second half that Plymouth United were looking for, especially for goalkeeper Ian McLaren. A sloppy goal kick fell straight to the foot of Andrew Milne, who just poked it in to an empty net. 3-1 to Navy Inn. Though Plymouth United were willing to give up so easily, but once again just a nice turn but just a poor execution of the ball. Plymouth United had to pay the price of some poor finishing. A nice ball down the wing, crossed in for Phil White, who calmly tucked it past the goalkeeper to make it 4-1 to the Navy Inn. Navy Inn started to take control once again of the game, and this volley, which had good power, just unfortunately didn't have the technique to keep it down. Plymouth United once again though didn't give up, and a really good strike from the midfielder was equally saved by Simon May, who pushed it round the post. Navy came with a response with a good cross from Chris Burke, found Phil White at back post, who should have done probably better with his header here, but it just went well wide. Once again, Plymouth United started this attack looking very well, but the shot was just not of quality. They paid the price a couple of minutes later when Darren Clark got his second of the game, a deflected shot which beat Ian McLaren with ease. That's 5-1 to the Navy. Craig Lauderdale found him in space though for Plymouth a few minutes later, and he slotted calmly past Simon May. A very cool finish, but too little and too late for Plymouth United. Plymouth United 2, Navy in 5. Both teams pushed for more goals. This header from Chris Acton looking for the 6th. Though Plymouth also kept on trying with this free kick, but unfortunately it wasn't enough to trouble the goalkeeper. With 5 minutes to go, Plymouth were looking to slim down the scoreline, but on this case it wasn't to be. Near enough the last kick of the game, Andrew Milne was set through on goal, but once again a fantastic challenge by the Plymouth centre-back and pushed over by the goalkeeper Ian McLaren. The final whistle when it finished Plymouth United 2, Navy in 5. No doubt about the winners today. It was a solid performance by the Navy and not so good finishing from Plymouth.
Right, Lee, how do you think the game went?
Yeah, it was a very positive result. To come in to a game with a team that is just with us in the league, we needed to win really, and we played well and we got a good result as well.
At 3-1, your keeper made some important saves which could have brought the game quite close. How do you think that affected it?
Yeah, it was definitely big for us. He's been a great part of our team all season, and yeah, definitely a big save in the second half there, and if that went in, who knows what would have happened.
So, since you haven't played since the week before Christmas, how did it feel getting back on the pitch?
It was tough. 90 minutes definitely doesn't help after all the food that you eat at Christmas, but yeah, it was nice to get a game back under our belts, and fitness definitely has improved today.